What's up, dudes, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are in a country called South Sudan. You already know the drill? Let's dissect the flag. The South Sudanese flag makes a lot of symbols. The black represents their black and stuff. Red, I don't know what the red represents. And the green represents the grass, and blue represents the sky, and the star and the yellow represents the stars of the land. And however, the coat of arms of South Sudan has an eagle that says justice, liberty, and prosperity. The Republic of South Sudan. However, the country is located in Africa, bordering Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Central African Republic. And it's a part of the African Union, which most countries have. And then right here are disputed lands between Ethiopia, Sudan, the rest of Sudan. And let's theorize the country, shall we? However, their capital and largest city is Juba, and their official language is English, and their recognized national language are Starkana, Nara, Madara, Lor, Agran, Authority, Solon, Pari, Jor, Loi, and others, including Mandarin, Alba, and Zanre, and Note 1. And their spoken languages are Dakra, Jobla, Arabic, Nira, Bari, Sagra, Jor, Laro, Mari, Sarkra, Kanru, and various others. Whew, that is a lot. And their religion is 60% Christianity, but others are traditional faiths, Islam, and others, and none. And their development is South Sudanese, and their government is a federal preservable unitary government, and their president, Sagra Moderate, since July 9th of 2011, and Vice President Rekar Maraj since February 21st of 2020. And their speaker is Gemma Noro Kambara since August 2nd of 2021. And their Chief Justice, Sarah Moderate, has an unknown date whatsoever. And their legislature is traditional and national legislative, and their upper house is the Council of States and the traditional national legislative assembly. And their autonomy was on July 9th of 2005, and it gained independence from Sudan on July 15th, 2015. That makes South Sudan the youngest country ever to this day, and it still holds the record to this day in 2011. That was when the time I was alive when it declared independence from Sudan. And their GDP is about $18.435 billion, and their per capita is 825, making it 221st. And their GDP nominal is about $3.194 billion. And also per capita is 246, making it 215th. And their GNI is 44.1, which is medium in this list. And their HDI is low, which is 0.433, which is low in this list as 185th. Dang, that's impressive living. But people say that you live in a hut and drink water, but it's actually nasty water that you don't want to drink. And they're all over countries say, if you want to live Sudan, or you want to spend the rest of your lives in your hut, I would suggest going somewhere else than South Sudan. Like, South Sudan's absolutely the worst place to live. There's never peace, and there's a civil war that is going on in there. So, good luck staying in there. And their currency is the South Sudanese pound, and their time zone is the Central Africa time, which is around Egypt, Sudan, South Sudan, and the rest of others, including South Africa. And their driving zone is right. Speaking of that, let's read the 2008 election. That was actually the first one I was witness. And definitely, that was, oh yeah, and I don't even remember it at all. It was like when I was a baby in California, and I was like, oh, dang, what's going on in the news? And there was the 2008 election, and that was the actual first one I had witnessed in my life. No, like, seriously, in my life. So, let's just read it anyways. Okay, 3, 2, 1. The 56th presidential election took place on November 4th, 2008. This was the first election that Mr. Beat voted in the primaries, and there were a lot of exciting candidates for first of all. Let's see how George W. Bush's second term went. Well, probably not that well. The Iraq War kept getting worse, and Bush became a scapegoat for government's poor response for helping victims affected by the Hurricane Katrina. Not only that, the economy was in shambles, and housing bubble burst, and which became known as the Great Recession. In 2008, Bush's approval rating dropped to low as 25%. Therefore, many Republicans began to distance themselves from him. Was Dick Cheney gonna run? Ha ha ha, that's a good one. And Kersey. But he was more unpopular with the Bush. The election came the first time since the 1952 election. Neither the current president or vice president ended up a candidate for first time ever since 1928 in neither, and went for it again. But Bush couldn't even wanted due to the 22nd Amendment. Anyone in the Republican nominations was completely up to grads. I will mention a few folks in the Republican side. First of all, there was Ron Paul, a U.S. congressman and doctor from Texas, who stood on against his nominees because he was a non-influential in foreign policy and libertarian views. We had actually ran for president in the Libertarian Party back in 1988, but lost badly. And there was Fred Thompson, an actor and a former U.S. Senator from Tennessee. And there was Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City. He was the mayor, in fact, at the time of the 9/11 attacks, and he liked to bring that up. There was Mike Huckleberry, the charismatic former governor of Arkansas, and he was a bass guitar player. There was Mitt Romney, the former governor of Massachusetts, from his son George Romney, ran in Canada in 1968. Finally, there was John McCain, who went in a second ago. After not getting a nomination back in 2000, McCain was pulling out just single delegates, and first announced an intentionally unfortunate. While the primaries went back and forth on Super Tuesday, there was no stopping McCain. And McCain won the nomination with Sarah Palin, the governor of Alaska. And she was the second vice presidential candidate to be a female. Well, and there was some Democrats too. There was Barack Obama, U.S. Senator from Illinois, and there was Joe Biden, U.S. Senator from Delaware. And Barack Obama won, and there were two front runners, Hillary Clinton and Obama. Those two had each other. But then, in 2008, Obama won the primaries, and Hillary Clinton's like, I'm out of here. And Barack Obama won the nomination with Joe Biden, U.S. Senator from Delaware, as his running mate. And there was also some third-party candidates too. We cannot forget about them, alright? There was Ralph Nader, an attorney from Connecticut. There was Bob Barr, former representative from Georgia. Chuck Baldwin, a former pastor from Florida, and John McKinley, a former representative from Georgia. And there was this slogan for Obama, "Change, we need changed." And many people decided that change was the really thing to be. And here are our results. Barack Obama won, becoming the first American ever to Black American or African American to become president. He received 365 electoral votes and 52.9% of the popular vote. John McCain received 173 electoral votes and 45.7% of the popular vote. It was the biggest win in Democrats since a lot more years than I count. But anyways, most of the folks who were 18 or 59 voted for Barack Obama, while the 60 and olders voted for John McCain. And that was the 2008 election that I was about to witness. Now, the next country we are about to theorize is, drumroll please, it is Ethiopia. And the next election is the 2012 election. That was actually when I was 5 years old, but that doesn't matter. And I also don't remember that too. So, by the way, thanks for watching this video. Hope you have an amazing day, a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday.